Hi Virgo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Virgo is your general reading until the end of this month or the end of the year. Okay, we're going to do six cards initially. The first three are going to relate to this week. So it's the 17th today, the 17th, and then of December, and then the second three cards are going to be from Monday the 24th of December or there and thereabouts until the new year. Okay, so I've already shuffled, I've already meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started. Okay. Okay. Okay, so these are your cards, these are your clarifiers, my darling. And this is, the time is 5:55, by the way. I don't know if that's resonant with anybody, but let's just sort of show you that. Boy, chickadee. This is the card, the energy at the base of your reading. And what we mean when we say this is like the overall focus for you, or the overall perspective or prism that you're seeing these 2 weeks through. So for you guys, this is one of fear, one of false fear. So you don't need to, but there isn't actually anything to be concerned about, but for some reason you are very anxious about something. Now it is that time of year again, isn't it? So, you know, this is meant to be the happiest, the most wonderful time of the year, but it's obviously, it's actually statistically, one of the most miserable times of the year is Christmas because, you know, people are alone, people are miserable with their families, people are poor, people are, you know, it's hard. Christmas is really hard. And for some of you, you may be worrying about Christmas, about this period, about having these next couple of weeks. We'll see what how the energies come out. I don't know what it's going to come out as. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is this week. So the week, it's, as I said, it's Monday the 18th today. So we've got Tuesday today. We've got excuse me, Virgo. We've got the Death card. Okay. Now this tiny. Sorry. Get out of it. What are you doing? Get out of it, dog. No, don't either. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the Death card. So this is Scorpio's energy. So I did quite an extensive post about this energy. So check it out on my Instagram. I can't remember. It was whenever that was. October. The Death card is about transformation. So actually this is really about realizing that something has to be released. And not only you realizing that something has to be released, it's something has actually already been released. That work has already been going on internally beneath the surface for you. Okay, and really with the Death card, it's about bringing that through. It's about seeing the changes. It's about being able to recognize how things are different, or in the ways in which things need to be different. And I think that that's the energy that some of you are coming into this week. You're coming into the realization, the understanding, this is linked. You're coming into the realization, the understanding that things are different. Things have moved on. You have moved on. You are different. You are not the same person that you were this time last year. And good, rightly so. Otherwise, you'd be the only thing in the universe that hadn't changed. Everything changes every single day, every single moment of every single day. That's everything on this planet, including you, my darling. And sometimes with the death card, we don't realize that we're changing, but we are. And this is coming into the realization that actually you've been in a process of change and transformation for potentially since for the last few months, potentially since October. Okay, this is clarifying the death card, so this is going to give us an indication as to what it is you have been releasing. Nope. See, this is where you need to, again, that idea of realization, coming into realization and understanding. You know, I don't know if you realize how much you do this, how much you worry, how much you panic, how much you know, what is going on in your mind. I tell my sister, you know, she's the one who said to me one day, you should try meditation. I'd never tried it before. This was years ago now, obviously. And she said, oh, I'm doing this course. It's really good. I'm going to, she said, and anyway, so I just tried it by myself. And then, you know, 8 years later, or whenever it is, I'm here, aren't I? So, and I always say to her, you know, you need to be listening to what's going on in your head, you know, like listen to yourself. She stopped meditating. I said, you can't. You know, we need to be listening to what's going on in our head. If you do not realize that you keep telling yourself the same things over and over when actually things are actually very different in your life, you need to see that. You need to recognize that you know, this is about seeing things from a different perspective. That's what the Hanged Man is really about, if you will. You know, it's about seeing things from a different perspective. Actually, this is card number 12 in the Major Arcana, and that's card number 13. So you can see how when we see things from a new perspective, that helps us to release them. That helps us to transform from them. Actually, it's not about releasing with the death card. The death card is that things are just alchemically different and permanently changed because of this awareness that you've arrived at. You know, it actually changes who you are really on some level when we have that death energy. So, you know, it's really, really important that this week you realize that things have changed, that you have changed, you are changing, which is very healthy. The most healthy thing to happen. You know, don't stay the same. Don't be one of those people that, I mean, you're doing it. You're fighting yourself. Why? I'm going to be having words with my sister after this, you know. Virgo. This is the energy of the 5 of Wands. So this is internal conflict. This isn't other people. I mean, it could be other people. But it could be other people, you know, other people with their dramas. Their dramas, you know, bringing their dramas to your door. And like you having to like, oh gosh, having to do stuff to help them overcome it. And you're just like, I haven't got the space in my brain right now to deal with him, to deal with her, to deal with them, to deal with that. I need to get to Christmas. Well, do you know what, Virgo? No. It's not that you need to get to Christmas. And I said this to my sister the other week. I said, you need to actually listen to your brain. And you need to actually listen to your emotions. And you need to actually acknowledge that they are there and that they are real. And if you pretend like you're fine and you're going through your life unaffected by the stresses of your life, then I guarantee you're going to be feeling like this and like this. You can't, it's not healthy for you to ignore yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your mind. What is your mind telling you? Listen to your heart, your soul. If your heart, your soul is saying you need a break, have a break. And if you can't hear what your mind and your soul are saying, you need to start meditating. That's what you need to do. And I'm not shouting at you. This is how the message is coming out. So you know that I don't control that. Because you obviously need to hear it. You need to hear that you need to stop with this. If you need to rest, to relax, to recoup, then do. I mean, listen, they're not going to sack you. If you have a few days off work now, you're not going to get in trouble, are you? It's Christmas, isn't it? Just say, listen, I'm done. You know, people are all well and good coming up with excuses. Oh, I've got a cold. You don't have to have a cold. Say, listen, you know what? I'm stressed out. I'm stressed. My brain ain't functioning properly. I need a few days, babe. That's what you... I have no idea what just happened then. That just cut off during the reading. So, but I hadn't turned anything else over, so that's good. And I was just saying about, excuse me, how important it is to look after our own mental health and our own health and mental health and well-being. And I think that for some of you, Virgo, this is really what you need to be doing. And it doesn't mean that you've got a serious mental illness, but it means that you need to take care of yourself. So if you are really finding things very stressful this week, then it might just be time to take that step back and don't fight the fact that that's what you're feeling. Experience that feeling and vocalize that feeling to your boss, to your loved ones, to your whoever you need to vocalize it to, whoever you can vocalize it to. Okay, the next card we've got the Five of, you couldn't write this stuff, could you? We've got the Five of Swords. So we've got this similar energy. It's quite difficult this week for you, Virgo. But it's see, the difficulty seems to be you're within. The difficulty seems to be that you are struggling with something that's changing or transforming in your life, or that has changed and transformed. So for example, it might be that you started a new job this year. Okay, you might have started a new type of work, or you might have started a new relationship, or there could have been some sort of bereavement this year for you. You know, you might have lost a loved one, a friend, a family member, for example, and that has been a very challenging experience for you. And even though people know that you've lost this person, or you've started this new job, or you've just had a baby you're a brand new parents for the first time, new mum, new dad for the first time, and everyone understands that can be challenging. And I don't know if you have actually reflected on this change and transformation that's happened in your life. If there's been a bereavement, have you really spent time with your emotions? Have you really tried to spend time with how you're feeling and what you're experiencing? Because for some of you, I really feel like that's what it is. It's like you're fighting almost against yourself. You're fighting the urge to take care of yourself, to be compassionate, to give yourself some compassion. You're almost fighting that urge to do that. Sorry. And you needn't fight it. I feel like this week is just not nice really for you. I'm sorry, because not like that anyone else on the outside is doing anything to you. Potentially, maybe, but it really feels like this is a struggle for you internally. Like this is something that you're really having to try to face up to and to something, whether it is, as I said, a bereavement, for example, for some people, or whether it's whether it's just the changes that have happened. Maybe lots of changes have happened in your life this year, and you really haven't sat with that energy and just sort of allowed yourself to sort of recognize the shifts that have been occurring in your life. Okay, so maybe that's what we're doing this week, Virgo, trying to do that, trying to overcome, because you've got fives, or both fives are changes. Now, with the Wand energy, this can be unsolicited advice, people say. Wand energy is about our passions and the actions that we take, the actions and the directions we want to go in. And with the number 5, it's about almost being tested. Like, you say you're at the place where you want to be, with the 4 of Wands, if you imagine. And so with the 5, that place where you're at is being challenged. The universe, it seems like, oh my God, this is the, for example, if you're planning a wedding, so planning, you get engaged, you that's the 4 of Wands, you're all excited, you're all happy. And then this is planning the wedding. This is like, losing the venue, the venue that you really want, not getting the venue that you really want, or not being able to get the date that you want, or whatever. That's the 5 of Wands. The energy is like, oh, well, you've said you've got everything you wanted. Now we're going to test how much you want it, how hard you are willing to fight for it. That's that energy. Now with the Sword energy, this is you almost... It's self-defeat, this card, because really you ain't winning, because you ain't being open with yourself. You're not acknowledging really what you're experiencing. You're not acknowledging the challenges that you're going through and the changes that you're experiencing. You sort of not thinking about them, not acknowledging them, and that's actually, it's really challenging and quite damaging to you, to your health, really, to your health and well-being. So really try this week to focus on you, Virgo. Try to focus on you, okay? Okay, so next we've got, this is the Christmas week. Look at this now. See, so Christmas, you're with your family. You're happy, hopefully happy. This is linked. I feel like, I feel like this is something that's external to your situation. So, you've got, you're married, you and your wife, or you and your husband and your children, and you're happy in that little world, that little bubble of yours. 10 of Pentacles, everything that you need. But for some reason, it's other things. So it could be your job, or it could be your family member, an estranged family member, or you don't get on with your family very well. And that's kind of, the energy of that. Do you know what I mean? It could be something like that, where the stress of that situation has really been bearing down heavily on you as an individual this year. Okay, but going into Christmas week, look what we've got. Well, we've got the Magician, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So we've got a very happy Christmas coming up, haven't we? The 10 of Pentacles is abundance, financial abundance, wealth, and actually this is all the things that you want. So really, whatever you want for Christmas, I think you might get it. Even if you've had to, pull a few Magician and send a few dodgy links, or leave, leave post-it notes around the house, whatever, you're getting what you want at Christmas. We've got the Magician as well. This is the divine will to manifest. Is this the divine will to manifest, the divine will to create, that urge that we get in order, that we want to build and have the things that we want in our lives. We've got that energy here with the Magician card. So it's interesting. It's like there is like, you're going to make it the best Christmas you can. Some of you might be struggling, some of you might be financially struggling, and you're still trying to make the best Christmas that you can for your kids, for your loved ones, for your family. I think, I don't have any kids, but I think when I have kids, I've got 12 nieces and nephews though to buy for. Yeah, 12, believe that. They might be 13. We've just had, I forget, there's that many of us. I don't I think I forgot a present last year anyway. You got your nieces and nephews, okay? But anyway, so I'm just not buying any toys at all ever again, because if you think about it, my nieces and nephews have each got, I've got 8 brothers and sisters. There's 8 of us, so 8 siblings. So even if just the aunties and uncles buy one toy for one niece, that's 8 toys. That's not including her parents or the other in-laws. Do you know what I mean? So it's ridiculous. It gets ridiculous. But anyway, we all try to buy all this stuff for Christmas. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that to make it a nice Christmas. And my kids are getting, my nieces and nephews ain't even getting presents this year. They'll get something, but they're not getting like, I might give them money or something, but I'm not giving them toys. It's ridiculous in that. You should see it. It's not that they're spoiled, as I said. They've got all these aunties and uncles and anyway. So this could be you trying to create this Christmas, this fabulous, amazing Christmas, and you might be financially strapped. You might be worried about the finances of that. But by all appearances, you pull it together and make it work. It's a happy Christmas. This is the one, what's beneath not beneath the surface, the prism, if you will, that we're seeing things through. So I actually feel like whatever this situation is, and it seems like it's outside of the home, maybe it's work, family, outside of your wife and husband, you know what I mean? Outside of your household, this seems to be coming in. So it isn't pleasant. I'll be honest with you, but thank God for that. We've get in the new. I was about to say, this week's not a pleasant week. It's just because you're stressed, you're tired. Yeah, acknowledge whether it's a bereavement you've had to get over. You've got to acknowledge that this is what you've been struggling with. Okay, you've really got to acknowledge that. Now, this week. Now we're coming toward this new emotional beginning. This card's linked. It wants to come out, the Emperor. So we're getting a new start. You're going to start bossing it. You're going to start bossing it Virgo, okay? You're going to start being in charge and aware of your emotions, and which I like to see in your internal processes. You're going to start to listen to yourself, because actually you realize it's unhealthy for you to just keep fighting yourself like this. You can't keep fighting yourself, and maybe it is spending time with your family over the Christmas period that actually makes you realize that, do you know what, like, I'm happy. I can't keep on trying to do everything or trying to be the boss of everyone else. All I can do is look after myself, be in control of what I do, and make sure that my routine's in place, make sure that my mental health's in place. If I do that, then all will be good. Do you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like you've got this energy of the Emperor. The Emperor is confident. The Emperor is confident because the Emperor knows where the Emperor's weaknesses lie, and the Emperor can overcome them. You know, you overcome the things that you struggle with the Emperor. You've recognized them and overcome them. So it means that by next week, by Christmas week, you know, you're getting to that point where you are coming into awareness about how this has been challenging you this year, this transformation. And as I said, the transformation could have been a new house, a new job, a new relationship, whatever, something, or a bereavement. Something changed in your life, and it could be that change that's happened in your life has brought about this conflict internally and externally, you know, in what you can do and in what you want to do, and in the energy that you have. But actually, maybe spending time with your Christmas, spending time with your family at Christmas, or your loved ones at Christmas, is what helps you to feel renewed and better. You know, it helps you to feel like, do you know what, yeah, I'm not gonna handle my job, my work, my relationship, whatever this is, the same way next year. I have to realize that things have moved on, and that I've got to start putting my mental health as a priority. You know, my calmness, my settle, you know, me being able to have downtime after work, or alone time, whatever it is, date night, alone time, whatever it is you specifically need. You're starting to realize what your foundations, number 4 with the Emperor, are made up on, and what can give you security. Okay, final card for you, my darling. I know, tiny. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is related to your sign. This is you, and it could be that there's an element or level of vulnerability, or newness, I should say, a new way of being, a new way of living. You know, a new energy that you're going to put into something, you know, as I said, that's different to how you used to the energy and effort that you used to put in. You know, maybe this is you saying, okay, once a week or once every 2 weeks, I'm going to go to a meditation class, or I'm going to go for a peaceful walk by myself. Even if you've got kids and a dog and a husband or whatever, I'm going to go for a peaceful walk by myself. And that's you giving yourself some time back, some love back, you know, some trying to establish some new emotional foundations, and some new security. That could be that. This could also be gifts. I mean, we could look at this raw very differently. We could look at this raw as, you know, someone coming back around. You know, we could look at this as someone coming back around from your past, a form of reconciliation, making you an offer over Christmas, a new emotional beginning with an Aries, with a fellow Earth sign, with a water sign. You know, we could look at it in that respect. You know, I like to look at the cards, you know, as how they're going to affect you, but, you know, let's tell you this, Christmas is going to be a nice week, though. It's going to be so much nicer. You're going to be surrounded by love and the people that you love, and yeah, it's going to be a happy time for you. But we've got this, remember, as the underlying energy. Oh, we've got the star. That fell out before I turned camera on. Got the star as well. So that's good that that's come out, because, you know, clearly where you're at is where you need to be. You know, where you are at now is where you need to be. Because I really do feel like it's bringing you into awareness, and it's bringing you into a new understanding of yourself, and a new understanding of and I really honestly feel like for those people that have struggled with, as I said, with potentially a bereavement this year, or a new beginning this year, so a new type of work, a new living in a new country, living whatever it is. I think that actually that's the thing that you fought against. You fought in a way against acknowledging the challenge of that change, the challenge of this transformation that's coming for you. You've not given yourself time to really engage with that process and engage with how that's affected you. And actually, this is about saying that really by the end of this year, this is last week of the year, so by the end of this year, you'll be able to hopefully recognize and see the things that you want to change, manifest, bring in, and really start putting energy and effort in yourself to bring about the changes that you want. You know, this is saying that the star, it's funny because this card did fall out before when I was shuffling, before I started recording. So it's nice that it's here actually, because it clearly wanted to be shown, didn't it? You've got to look after yourself, Virgo, because as I said to my sister, who's also a Virgo, your life is built on your back. So if you are not happy in your life, if you're not settled and understanding of who you are and what makes you tick and the things that you want to go for, if you're not concerned about them, or if you don't think about those things, then we're trying to build all this palace on your back, and you're weak because you don't know, because you aren't listening, because you're not taking care of yourself. So make sure you take care of yourself. Okay, my darlings? Okay, Virgo, now I have to go edit your video because it's in 2 parts, which is so annoying, and it takes hours to upload these videos. I don't know why. It takes a lot 2 hours longer. I'm not even joking you. It'll take me about 2 hours and 30 minutes, and that's to upload it. Not even to edit it together. That's another 30-40 minutes. Oh! Anyway, so Virgo, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to get on with that now. It's dark. I've had porridge today, and it's about, I don't know, 5, 6 p.m. And I've still got another 2 hours work to do. So yeah. Okay. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe and click the bell. I'll be putting out lots of new content over this next week or so before we get to the end of the year, including your 2019 readings as well. Please share the content with on your social media, on your Facebook, WhatsApp, etc., for people you think that might be resonant with and relating to. Okay, and leave your comments. I was so busy, I've not been able to even really reply to my comments much in November and December, but I will endeavour to over the holidays, because we've all got a bit of time off, haven't we? So yeah, thank you so much. And if also you'd like to follow Key Wisdom Tarot, please do on social media. You can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, and it is Key Wisdom Tarot. Thank you so much, Virgo. Have a wonderful, happy, Merry Christmas. Take care, my darlings. Bye.